This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're coming to you live from the 45th Annual New Orleans Investment Conference 2019 here in New Orleans. With me today, Stephen Williams, Bluestone Resources Inc., publicly traded company. I'm going to give you two symbols, BSR on the TSX-V and BBSRF in the U.S. Stephen, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thanks, Shelley.
Thanks for coming on. Let's get started with a brief overview of the company and we'll go from there.
Sure. So Bluestone Resources is developing the high-grade permitted Cerro Blanco Gold project in southeastern Guatemala.
Let's get a little history on the company, if you would.
Yeah, so we acquired the asset from Goldcorp 2 years ago. We paid just under $20 million for it. It's permitted, it's high grade, and Goldcorp ended up spending over $200 million advancing and developing the project. And from there, we've picked it up and are advancing it to construction and production.
What would you say is the competitive advantage of Bluestone?
Yeah, without a doubt, it would be our high grade. So we've got 1.5 million ounces at over 10 grams per ton. And, you know, in this industry, it's all about margin and grade, and that's what drives the economics of the project.
Now, have you reported the resource?
We have. So we've got a resource out that's got, like I mentioned, 1.5 million ounces at 10 grams. And then on the back of that, we put out a feasibility study earlier this year in January that illustrated very robust economics with first quartile all-in sustaining cash costs, sub $600 an ounce, and an IRR of close to 50% at these current gold prices.
What is the political, socio-economic environment in Guatemala?
You know, it's good. You know, there is headline risk there that people pick up on, but having done business there and the project's been part of that community for over 15 years, you know, it is a very positive environment to do business in. We just had presidential elections. The new president is very pro-business, a focus on foreign investment through textiles, natural resources, and call centers, surprisingly.
Now, what's your background and the rest of the management team?
Sure, thanks, Shelley. So my background, I'm an engineer. I did investment banking for a number of years in the mining space, looked at a lot of projects, and that's ultimately what led me to this opportunity at Bluestone. It's just not that often in your career that you get the chance to build a mine, and that's, you know, really the exciting thing here. Our president and CEO, Darren Klink, was the former executive vice president at Oceana Gold, and he was part of that management team that built, you know, and took that company from a single asset producer to a multi-billion-dollar company, and that's ultimately his vision here with Bluestone.
So, Stephen, you're a public company, so my next question, only tell me what you can regarding the future growth drivers for the company, let's say for the next 18 months.
Sure. So there's a number of key catalysts that are coming in over the next 18 months. One of the biggest ones would be an updated resource estimate that we'll put out in the next month or so. On the back of that, we're working through our project financing package right now with the goal to complete that in Q1 of next year. With that project financing package completed, we'll be looking to kick off construction, and that would put us into production in late 2021, early 2022.
All right, let's get your website out for more information, if you would.
So you can find more information on Bluestone Resources at bluestoneresources.ca.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Williams, Bluestone Resources Inc., publicly traded company, two symbols. BSR on the TSX-V, BBSRF in the U.S. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN.Live, and we're coming to you live from the 45th Annual New Orleans Investment Conference 2019 right here in New Orleans. Stephen, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Shelley. Appreciate it.